All right, day 112. Hell yeah. Wow, did I just say that? I did. It's a Saturday. I'm normally at home, but it's a big day. We got Chip Dean coming in. He's been detailing cars and vehicles and airplanes for many, many years. He's detailed for me before in the past on autos. So I've got him coming today on a Saturday to do a detailed job on the instrument. Even though it still looks pretty good when you get up close to it. You know, it's been a while. It's been cleaned and waxed, but it's been a little while since it's got a really good one. And so we're gonna bring him in, let him do a buff job, whatever he thinks is best to bring this thing back to a really beautiful shine. And Dr. Nick had mentioned about getting it painted. And I said, let's just see what my detail guy can do first. Maybe put off painting for another year or two. And he's like, yeah, cool, let's do that, right? So excited to be here on a Saturday at the new HOGS Hangar, Warsaw, Indiana. ASW is the identifier. People keep emailing me, hey Kenny, what's the identifier? Where you at now? So there you go, it's ASW if you're looking for us and bringing it up on how far to fly. Excited because Holly Gardell, one of our helicopter landing ground school instructors, she also came to me to do her CFI a few years ago on a scholarship from the Whirly Girls. And what a joy it was to train Holly Gardell. No chip on the shoulder. Talk about somebody who came in and just was so prepared when she showed up. And if I remember right, she didn't have any Instrum time. So not only did she transition to the Instrum, we did her CFI and we did it in less than 2 weeks. And we did it in less than 2 weeks because she showed up prepared. She worked her butt off before she came here to do her CFI. And I was completely amazed by Holly. I mean, she blew me away with her knowledge. And for a woman in a male-dominated industry, you could expect maybe a little bit of attitude, and Holly, not at all. And when I say attitude, just because I'm sure sometimes, you know, female pilots probably aren't always treated the best, I would guess. I've trained female helicopter pilots over the years, and I didn't treat them any different than I did anybody else. But I imagine they are up against some tough battles sometimes. But Holly wasn't like that. She didn't have a chip on her shoulder. And what an amazing applicant to show up. And when she was doing her airspace presentation for me, I just sat there and grinned, right? And when she was done, I'm like, oh my God, can you do that again? And can I record it? And she's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. I go, that airspace was good. So we ended up using that. She ended up doing it for me again, and we recorded it, and we used that in helicopter landing ground school. And she allowed me to use some of the videos that we did from the training. We filmed a lot of mainly the autos is what we filmed when her and I were out flying in the fold-down auto rotations, and she allowed me to record us in the cockpit, and also we had external footage too. And those are some pretty good videos in the certified flight instructor section within helicopter landing ground school. So Holly was a joy to train, and now a close friend, right? I mean, we've remained friends ever since, and I see her each year, usually at Heli Expo. And when I announced this week, that we were at the new HOGS Hangar, and I said, hey, you know, if any HOGS members want to come up and train with us here at the Warsaw Municipal Airport in the new HOGS Hangar, bring your personal aircraft up if you'd like. You can hangar with us here. And I think it was within the first 24 hours, Holly's like, hey, I'm gonna be ferrying a helicopter from point A to point B, and I think I'm gonna be pretty close to Warsaw. And she sent me her cross-country, shot from the iPad, and I'm like, man, you're gonna go right by. So depending on weather and stuff, the plan is for her to hangar here overnight while she's doing her ferry flight. And she's like, do you care if it's 10 p.m. at night or after? I'm like, I don't care. I don't care what time of the night you come through, Holly. You're welcome anytime. I'll meet you anytime of the night, day or night, because it'd just be fun to have, within the first few days, already have somebody that wants to stop by, stay all night. And of course, I offered Holly, I'm like, man, you can stay we got our house now at the lake, 12 minutes from the hangar. I got guest space. She's a good friend. She's like, well, I got a passenger. I go, heck, I don't care. I got air mattresses. You can stop Get a motel if you like, stay with us. I don't care what time you come in. Even if it's a short, brief stay overnight, get some fuel, and have breakfast in the morning, and she's on her way. That'll still be awesome. It'll still be just cool that my vision was a hangar, a HOGS hangar where we could have our offices, have the helicopter inside. And you probably, if you watched the previous video from yesterday or the day before, having the pristine, clean, white, sanitary look. I flippin' love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, absolutely love it. I mentioned in the video yesterday, I've been in helicopters 20 years, but when I got into the audio video part of it and launched ground school, I can remember back in the beginning seeing a hangar somewhere where they had a black helicopter all shined up, and they had all white background, no debris on the background, no junk laying around the walls. And we have a photo of that already with the helicopter or the instrument over there in that corner, just to give you an idea. So now we get this dude shined up, spit shine, polished, get this thing looking the best she's looked in years. And we're gonna keep that clean, sanitary look in the hangar. No garbage is gonna be left hanging along the walls. We're gonna keep this place looking pristine. And I've moved some of the audio video equipment in, just a few things, but we're gonna have everything's gonna be mobile. There'll be nothing stationary. We're gonna build some audio walls to help get rid of that echo, right? But we'll handle that. I'm pretty good with audio, so we'll figure all that out. So all of our monitors and any walls that we build will all be, sound absorbing, so we'll get this echo down. So along with that and lapel mics or handheld mics and some audio walls we can move around, it's not gonna be no problem. When I was talking to Brian, he's like, dude, what about that echo that you'll get in the hangar? I'm like, it ain't a problem, man. I'll get that figured out. So kind of excited, we'll start moving things in this week. Heather's got a helper. They're gonna start moving stuff, and I'm gonna have them bring things over, and I'll start putting up and kind of setting up. We got some different ideas, but Heather was kind of excited that we're gonna keep the same setup that we have, but we were very limited with space that we had before. And when you're limited with space in your office, you're cramped, and we had to build everything overhead, and I never could get the lighting that I really wanted because the lights I use, you'd have to get too high, and the ceiling wouldn't allow us to do it. So having this is huge because we can set the lighting as high as we need to, and again, everything will be mobile so that I can move things around. Not gonna bolt anything or build anything. It'll all be mobile walls, audio, and some really fun stuff. And we're gonna work with lighting and come up with some new stuff. So just something that I've always wanted to do, and it's exciting to have a new place. And so I'm excited about Holly coming through, and it may not work out because of weather or whatever, but at least, I wanna reiterate again, it's the beauty of Helicopter Land Ground School. If you want to fly with us, we only fly with Helicopter Land Ground School members. That's it. You got to be a member, and we require you to go through the videos first. And because there's nothing that I'm going to tell you face to face sitting here across from each other when we're doing ground. You're not going to hear anything different than what's already in the courses. So go down below to check out Helicopter Land Ground School. 24-hour test flight on our private commercial instrument or CFI monthly and yearly memberships. Yearly is going to go away sometime in the near future, but you can take those for a 24-hour test flight. Use the training as long as you like. You can cancel anytime. You can go month to month, stay a month, leave, come back 6 months later. However long you like, you can cancel anytime, and you can self-cancel. And that 24-hour test flight, you can check out the training. If you want to keep it, just keep it. If you're not, it's not something you're looking for, we part as friends. You go into settings, remove your credit card, and you're billed nothing, or go into PayPal and end your subscription and you're billed nothing. Or keep the training. Remember, if you join the yearly, that's an annual recurring membership. So you got a year to take your credit card out of there or end it in PayPal. Now I do have people that, hey Kenny, I thought I canceled, or I forgot about it, I meant to, and they got billed on their second year and they email me and they're all worried, and I refund it, But don't wait 3 months into it, right? If you get billed on your second year and it wasn't something you had planned on doing, just email me right away. Don't use it 6 more months, a year, 6 months in, and then go, hey Kenny, I didn't want the training. Now don't do that. Just you got a year, right? So respect our time and our effort and our money that we put into building something that's a self-sign up and a self-cancel. And if you can't figure it out, we can always do it for you. Either I'll do it or Heather do it. Heather will do it for you. We'll get you unsubscribed if you can't figure it out. But it's pretty easy. Most people just do it themselves. So down below, I'm also going to put a link to my Amazon bestseller, Helicopter Check Ride. And I'm also going to have the same link. We'll go to Top 10 Check Ride Tips. I authored that with 2018 Flight Instructor of the Year, Dan Task-Chrisman. We have a whole pile of those books. And Heather takes care of shipping. And when you order the book, Heather will give you a nice email and welcome you to Helicopter Ground School and make sure she's got your address right and stuff, and she'll ship you the book out. You just pay shipping and handling. So my guys should be about here, so I need to wrap this dude up. Thank you, everyone. Please comment below. Please give us a thumbs up. If you don't like the video and you don't like us, if you hit the dislike, make sure you hit dislike twice, because that helps us out greatly. If you'll hit dislike once and then hit dislike again, we'd love that. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. So, yeah, thanks, everybody. An amazing 7 years, an amazing week. Don't know what to tell you. Day 112, Coffee with Kenny. Come back tomorrow for day 113. And we'll see you then. I'm going to wrap this dude up and get ready for my detailing guy. And we will see you tomorrow.